Hey everyone, what is up? This is Elizabeth again. Today we were playing Frieza, the discard Frieza versus Future Trunks. Um, this is a game from a little bit ago, so there might be some older cards in it. But we got some good things going. So I like this Frieza discard deck a lot. I generally like green discard decks, and you know, they're a lot of fun to play. This blue Trunks deck is interesting. Kind of a good mix up here. So we'll have to see how the match goes. James gets to go first. Plays that Zeno. And then passes on to me. Start with the good Zarbon, who searches 5 for... I know he can find a unison across 2, I believe, maybe? And he can maybe find some Frieza's Armies cards. I'll have to see what I pull off of him. Get that Dodoria. No, I decided to pull another Zarbon to get another look next time. Swing Frieza. Kill my Zarbon. Take a life. Waiting for James to make a decision there. And now it's James's turn again, I think. Yes, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, he has to take the life. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, James's deck. I don't quite remember how this Future Trunks deck works, but it's a little bit odd. It plays a lot of shenanigans with your life. Essentially, I know that nothing really gets crit. Instead, you can reveal it and put it in your hand. So there's the Unison, the Zeno Unison. That Zeno Unison's really great because it gets to ramp you, even if just for the turn. Get some good things into play. I know we've been using pretty much, I feel like all blue decks these days often play that Zeno Unison. Really helps speed up what you can play. So, taking some thought here, taking my time. Play another Zarbon. I must be really looking for that Unison. This Frieza deck is not as good without his Unison, so... Nope, didn't find it, but I found the double strike in Dodoria. A little bit disappointed. It's not my Unison. Am I going to play it for turn? I'll swing first to shoot my boy here. Draw a life. And he discarded a card. And he can take that life to his hand. I decided to play that double strike in Dodoria. So if I use its ability, it will be able to give me the Awaken this turn, which is pretty good. Unless I decide to wait. Oh, and I swing at his Unison. Yeah. I'm like, I should get that off the table. That really helps speed up his gameplay. Yep, here I Awaken. He is an untap 1, draw 1, which I feel like is the most balanced awakening these days. And I'll use my 1 energy, maybe. Thinking about it. Taking a long time to think about it. Play a healing pod. Could just be that I had that energy and nothing else to do with it. I don't have my unison in play, so it makes the healing pod not as good. But on his awakened side, I get to discard a card and make him discard a card at random, which is really good. Before, on the other side, he got to pick what he discarded for my leader ability. Uses Zeno ability. So he has 4 energy for the turn. He swings. I feel like the canon of Trunks versus Frieza is pretty good. If you guys have watched the show, this is a thing that comes into play. Don't want to spoil it for you, though. Looks like James is awakening. I think Trunks is also an untapped draw 1. He plays that Vegeta. I think that Vegeta is kind of like my Dodoria, only it's essentially dual attack, I think, instead of double strike. Combo out of it with that Zarbon that I can play from the drop. I don't need that card in hand. It's actually more expensive to play it from hand than from discard. And then it's my turn. Charge for the turn. Guessing I still don't have my unison, which is a real bummer. Makes it a lot harder to win if I don't have my unison. So I'm probably having a hard decision about what the right path to take is. Not sure what James and I are talking about. Swing with Frieza. Sadly, don't have anything to kill, which is really annoying, but I think his ability on his awakened side doesn't require him to attack. He can use it anytime, which is pretty good. Anything that's not stapled to the attack of the leader makes it significantly better. I seem to be working hard to try to get rid of his unison. Maybe while I try to find my unison. I feel like unisons have been an interesting addition to this game. They've added an interesting dynamic, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. I think they're pretty balanced generally, but now most days, if you have a deck that doesn't have a unison, it's pretty surprising. Here I got Zarbon and Dodoria into play. And I drew my card for Healing Pod. I did that because when to play Zarbon from the drop, you have to discard a card, and if you discard that, Dodoria comes into play. And then I killed Zarbon with my leader, which then made him discard a card for the Zarbon ability and discard a card for the leader ability. So, well, I randomly discarded one for the leader ability. Am I swinging? Oh, I might be swinging my Dodoria at his Vegeta, maybe? Or maybe at his unison. I don't remember how much power that Dodoria has, but you send it back to my hand. So I decide to do the combo again. Because that Zarbon you can play out of your drop as many times as you want. It's stupid, but awesome. Depending on whether you're playing it or playing against it. James is thinking here. He's down to 4 life. I've been at 4 life. I think he used an ability to put Zarbon at the bottom of my deck. Which is sad. I like my Zarbon. Could have been part of James's plan to bait me into playing my Zarbon again so I could get rid of it. Because if I just only played on my turn to get rid of it, I would have been able to keep it. He took a life to be able to swing twice with his Vegeta. Keep throwing cards so that I can get out of these attacks. I'll be switching unisons to the Supreme Kai of Time or whatever. I think she's also some garbage from Dragon Ball Heroes. I mean, something great from Dragon Ball Heroes. I have interest in Dragon Ball Heroes. I just don't really have access to watch it. Especially, I'd prefer to watch it in English, because I'm a loser like that. I understand. A lot of people don't agree with me. Well, I'm debating whether I want to charge or not. Sometimes you don't need to charge past 3. But I feel like 4 is a little safer to stay at. This Frieza deck does play a lot of low-cost items, though. Decide to charge. You just always know you're going to charge something and then want it the next turn. That's how I always feel, at least. Use my leader ability to shoot Dodoria, so I can drop a card of his. I think that's his super combo. Now I have a unison. Finally, it's the 4-drop critical double strike boy there. Real good. Highly recommend. He also has the ability to wipe boards, which is nice. I should swing with the Vegeta first. It has crit. I think I always forget it has crit. My brain plan is always that you should do double strike last because then they have less cards to have negates from. But you should always do crit first because they're not going to get those cards. I have a hard time when they are together. My brain always says double strike last. Oh, but crit first. So he negates it. He probably already had that negate in hand, as we saw. So didn't really matter this time, but Just an FYI, probably should have done that attack in the other order. So, and now it's James's turn, and he is down to 1 life. So that hurts. I have 4 still. The Trunks deck gets a little clunky when you don't have your life because its biggest gimmick is being able to do shenanigans with life and look at them. I decided to take this leader hit. He swings again with his unison. I super combo out of it. And now it's my turn. He has full energy up, which could be bad for me, but I also have my double strike crit boy, which doesn't really matter when he has 1 life, but I have some things on the board. So, looks like I'm playing something. Is it a Zarbon from the trash? It is a Zarbon from the trash. I actually have to discard that. Oh no, yeah. I decide double strike isn't really worth it at this point in the game. He trunkses it though, so it goes back to my hand, which it's a lot more annoying in my hand. Now I have to swing so I can get back in the trash. Looks like he's negating it or something. Oh, and I Frieza that so it doesn't come in. I almost throw my Frieza in the discard like he does Trunks. Frieza stays in play, which is nice. So I could shoot that Frieza to make him discard. Oh, still my turn. I pump in this, I think. Oh, and I still come out. Yeah, game over. I'm winning. And I still had some more swingers. So thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.